What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Rain, aka Rain. Bets coming in hot. And all right, first and foremost, man, yesterday is yesterday, today is today, and tomorrow is the future. Talking about today, man, we're just going to dive straight into the picks, straight into the bets, man. I got a shirt on today. I know, our prediction was spot on yesterday. Unfortunately, our bets were not. We start the year 0-2, and that's okay. That's okay, man. That is okay. All right? That's okay. I said in the beginning of the last video, man, week one is a dumpster fire. It always is. You either get really, really lucky or you get really, really unlucky. All right? And that's what a lot of these games are. So speaking of lucky and unlucky, let's put the microphone down for the sex. We got to dive into the nitty-gritty, man. This game is ridiculous, man. You got the Eagles, you got the Packers, cracking a cold one just to try to get my mind right for this, man. I've been looking all up, down, all around, trying to figure out the play and how I want to go about this, and it's really difficult, and the lines show that it's really difficult, okay? So if you're living under a rock, here you go, man. You got the Eagles and the Packers playing in a neutral site in Brazil. One, they can't wear any green, gang affiliation. Just had to put that out there. I think that's hilarious for two teams that, primarily wear green. They're not allowed to wear green in this game in Brazil. They're playing in Sao Paulo tonight at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. We're about 3 hours exactly away from kickoff the time recording this video. And here's where my head is at currently, man. So the spread is -2 in favor of the Eagles, +2 for the Packers. I think, obviously, on paper, the Eagles are a better team, okay? The Eagles are a better team. You have Jordan Love, who shocked everyone last year, signed a massive freaking deal with the Packers, and has an entire year under his belt. Basically, all his mentorship from under Aaron Rodgers has paid off, and basically now he gets to be the face of this franchise. He gets to lead them into a new light. I think they have a ton of potential and upside, and I love the addition of Josh Jacobs, man. Josh Jacobs is I've always been huge on Josh Jacobs, not only as a player standpoint, but as a locker room guy, man. He's always excited. He's always pumped up. He's always lifting up his other players. Sometimes he says some wild shit, but that's what you need. You need energy. You need passion. You need fucking motive. Josh Jacobs has it, man. Vice versa on the Eagles, how I'm feeling about this, man, is we'll start with injuries, man. So Romeo Doubs, hand injury. That's going to be a key factor. I believe he is playing. A.J. Brown, hand injury. He is going to be playing as well. So obviously they're not going to be 100%, but when is anyone ever 100% in the NFL, right? So you're probably thinking, you're like, okay, Rain, you've been talking for like a minute now, and I still have no idea what the hell I'm going to bet on. And that's because, honestly, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I'm going to bet on, and I'm hoping by the end of this video, which is only going to be, 6-7 minutes long, of course, filled with so much facts and details, that we, in fact, are going to have it become crystal clear to us, okay? That's my hope. That's my dream here. So, over under 49.5. Spread is +2, -2. Just to let you guys know, take money line. Take money line if you're going on the Packers. Take spread if you're going Eagles. 2 is a dumb number. +2 is not going to give you shit. The odds of a +2 saving you into a push or saving you into a win in college, very big, because kickers miss extra points a lot. Safeties can happen at a much higher occurrence, but not in the NFL. Not in the fucking NFL. Just take the money line if you're going Packers, or ride the Eagles in the spread. So, over under 49.5. Overall, if you look at the Eagles, man, and this is what I'm talking about with week one, why it's such a wild thing in the NFL, is because, with sports betting, what makes the NFL so good and so profitable is data analytics, right? Diving into your statistics. Week one, you used to be able to go off the preseason week 4 and week 3 a little bit. Now you have nothing from the preseason. You just basically have to use Twitter as your main outlet of information about anything happening in the offseason. And then you just got to look at past results and then see the new players they picked up and the players they lost. And that's supposed to give you a gauge, per se, of what to expect on both sides of the ball. So, I'm going to talk about some scores here, all right? I'm just going to say some numbers the Eagles put up offensively last year, okay? Against the 49ers, top-tier defense, put up 21 points. They lost 21-24. Against the Cowboys, rivalry game, though, they put up 48 points. They won 48-32. Against the Bears, division rivalry, weather wasn't the best. It was January 7th. They won 17-9. Against the Vikings, 33-10. Against the Panthers, 33-30. Right? So, what am I getting at here? The Eagles can score. We obviously all know the Eagles can score. extremely dominant. One player that I think is going to have a huge breakout game today is Devontae Smith, man. I said it in his rookie year. I said it again and again and again, man. He's a dog. Devontae Smith is an absolute dog. And overall, I'm a huge fan of him. 110%. I have him in fantasy as well. I think he's severely undervalued still. Obviously, because he has the target competition with A.J. Brown. But they both have their roles, man. A.J. Brown's the big guy. Go up top, get a bunch of yards, right? Or get a physical catch for a first down. Devontae Smith, flex him out to the outside, move him into the slot. Great route runner, extremely fast, very good, safe, secure hands. He'll get you your good chunk plays, your 10, 15 yards, or your 5-yard hitches, ins, slant routes, anything under the sun. Devontae Smith he's gonna catch it, no matter how hard the pass is. He's gonna get you yards. So I do like Devontae Smith yards, but I'm not gonna dive into that yet. I want to go over now. Oh, I'm sorry. I was saying Green Bay's record. Was I talking about the Eagles? I was talking about everything I just said was about Green Bay point scoring. Now we're gonna go to the Eagles. Okay, Eagles. Yeah, okay. Because I was saying that I was like, dude, the Eagles' offense is like really up and down all around. So, end of last year. All right, so that was the Packers. I'm gonna say it again. The Packers put up 21 points against the 49ers. They put up 48 points against the Cowboys, 17 points against the Bears, 33 against Minnesota, 33 against Carolina. Okay, let's go to the Eagles now. You got Eagles lost 9-32 against Tampa Bay. They lost 10-27 to the Giants. They lost 31-35 to the Cardinals. I mean, you hear those three games right there, you are like, what in the absolute fuck is going on? What is going on? But if you look at their first half of the season, they're averaging about 26.5 points per game. So, obviously, there was a lot of stuff going on. Jalen Hurts injuries, inconsistencies happening all throughout the rooms over at Philadelphia. But, I think this is a new day. I think it's a new day. I think both teams and players are excited. They're motivated, right? You got week one. They traveled on, Wednesday over to Sao Paulo, or maybe Tuesday it was. They've been having a blast. They've been on the field. Everything's been good. The media is putting a bit of a negative spin on it. Obviously, there's a lot of political drama going on in Brazil as well right now. But overall, both quarterbacks have said in press conferences that they're extremely confident and extremely excited for this opportunity to play the first ever NFL game in Brazil. Okay, and I think that means something. All right, I think that means something. Most people wouldn't think that means anything, but I believe it means something. I think that's going to add an extra bit of secret sauce on top, man. And so what's really coming to me is I expect a lot of points. I think 49.5 is a bit too passive for this spread. Obviously, the weather. Let's make sure I got this 100% right. The weather in Sao Paulo, Brazil, is 64 degrees, a beautiful 64 degrees. Obviously, an outdoor field. They are playing on grass, which players prefer grass, and grass has a much dominant performance over turf for points scored. And it's clear skies, man. Clear skies. The wind is only 10 miles an hour, so not big at all. It's going to be humid. They're going to get dehydrated. They're going to be sweating a lot, probably get tired. So I love this, man. I love this. I like the over. That's what's speaking to me. Over 49.5. Lock it in. Load it. All right, let's pick one. Now we're going to dive into our parlay. Okay, we're going to dive into our parlay. Now, this is where I got to get the juice. Let me pull it up over here. Whew. The parlay. I love 49.5, guys. I know I didn't sound the most confident talking about this game in the beginning, but in the season that we're in right now, where everything is at, you can't choose a team. You can, but you're gambling, and we don't gamble here, right? We make real, logical decisions based on statistics and gut feelings. Does that sound like gambling to you? It does? Well, you're absolutely right. But we just, it sounds better when you say you're not gambling, right? So, parlay, man. We're going to look at receiving yards first off as we build this. I'll get you guys odds. So, Devontae Smith over 56.5 receiving yards. I love that. Minus 130 odds. That's a great way to set up your initial parlay. Absolutely beautiful. 110%. I love that. Now, you got to remember this. The Eagles have Saquon Barkley. Okay? Saquon Barkley, amazing scat back, extremely agile. He's had a rough couple seasons, but come the fuck on. He was on the Giants his whole career. It's been an absolute shit show, and he still carried the torch over there for a lot of times. Saquon Barkley, still a very explosive, dynamic back. Obviously, Jordan Love has a whole lot of opportunities from how good his defense is. But what's the number one thing that can disrupt a defense is a dual threat running back. That's right. Not only a dual threat quarterback, of course, with Jalen Hurts, but when you have a dynamic running back, you can get out and put it on the screen. You have a dynamic running back who can power it forward. I think they're going to try to get the ball in Saquon Barkley's hands a lot early on in this game. And so Saquon Barkley over 18.5 receiving yards at -123 odds. I love that as well. I think that's absolutely beautiful. I see no reason why that wouldn't hit at all. Now, the last part of this bet, we're at +257 odds as well. We're going to be going with, oh, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Do we dare go touchdown score? Do we dare? There's one player I need to see touchdown score on, and that'll decide it. That'll decide it. Okay. Josh Jacobs, anytime touchdown score, +450. This one's a bit of a gamble. This one's a bit of a gamble. But my God, do I love it. Oh my God. You add Josh Jacobs, anytime touchdown score. I mean, this is... Devontae Smith is going to hit. Saquon Barkley's going to hit. Josh Jacobs get a touchdown. The Packers have begun to really stray away. That's why they got Josh Jacobs. They wanted to stray away from just being this team that always has a running back, or two running backs that, they just can't get a good push forward with their offensive line. And so then they basically have a running back who turns into a wide receiver. Hence what we saw with Aaron Jones. But at the end of Aaron Jones over there in Green Bay, Aaron Jones really started to have a dominant performance as they've slowly built up this offensive line. And so Josh Jacobs has always been a great runner. He's an amazing pass catcher. He's just a dynamic playmaker. And so I feel like, really it's a golden opportunity for Josh Jacobs because I think he can 100% get a touchdown on the ground in the goal line. I definitely think they'll give it to him. And I also think he's a receiving threat for a touchdown as well. I have no doubt in my mind about that either. So that's going to be our parlay. +2,100 odds. You're taking over 57.5 for Devontae Smith, over 18.5 receiving yards for Saquon Barkley, and anytime touchdown score, Josh Jacobs. That's right. Anytime touchdown score, Josh Jacobs. All right, folks. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Stay lit, stay blessed. Lock it and load it. And like always, we'll see y'all soon. Peace.